Ahoy, mateys, and welcome. Know, O viewers, that between the years when the oceans drank Atlantis and the gleaming cities, and the years of the rise of the sons of Ares, there was an age undreamed of, when shining kingdoms lay spread across the world like blue mantle beneath the stars. Hither came Conan, the Cimmerian, black-haired, sullen-eyed, sword in hand, a thief, a reaver, a slayer, with gigantic melancholies and gigantic mirth, to tread the jeweled thrones of the earth uponder his sandaled feet, destined to wear the jeweled crown of Aquilonia upon a troubled brow. But this is not his story. Instead, we turn our eyes to the Baracus Isles and the crew of two different pirate ships. Their stories are many and varied, not to be kings in their future, yet still destiny has touched their lives. Let me tell you the days of high seas adventure. And it's been a little bit since we've joined our pirate crew in the Baracus Isles. When we last left off, I believe in the tweet I said that we are now post-mutiny. There was a little bit of an argument between the two different ships over a theft, a possible cursed object, and the actions of a crab and a crab owner. Fausto, would you consider yourself the owner of Claudius?
Absolutely not.
And so, I would like to just remind our audience and our players of themselves by going around the horn real quick and telling us briefly about your character, if we could. Starting with Helmsman Aaron, played by Tabletop Tony of Tabletop Anthologies. Sir, if you'd let us know who Aaron is.
Well, Aaron is a young strapping buck. He's been seen as naive by a lot of the crew. But I think he's come to fill himself into this role of being a helmsman. But his brother, well, we assume brother. I mean, it's not canon, you know, but his brother has now became the new whipping post, or the youngling of the group. So Aaron no longer has to be the little naive little boy. He's got a little beta boy to whip. And anyway, where we left off, Cord was threatening my boy Anthony's life, and I wasn't having that. So I started a fight. I ripped off my shirt. I was into it. I'm ready to fight, but I think he had a moment of self-reflection where he realized that his mouth has gotten him into more trouble than good, and he didn't want to risk making it worse. So that's where we left off.
And speaking of people who think that you're naive, Milady Saito playing Caitlin. If you remind us a little bit about Caitlin.
Hello, my name is Milady Saito, and I play Caitlin. And Caitlin is a aggressive, rude, selfish, and goal-orientated person who is slowly weaving webs around herself to keep herself alive. However, it just so happened that some of the people that she's aligned herself with is showing even more promise than she expected, which always is a good surprise. Unfortunately, Anthony did exactly what I asked. In fact, not only did it amazingly well, and has shown nothing but promise. So I'm gonna have to start investing in his future, which kind of sucks a little bit. But then Cord comes along, throwing his weight around as if he owns the place, which Caitlin has to remind Cord real quick that this is not his ship and he does not belong here.
While he might not belong on that ship, Cord definitely belongs on this stream. Cord is played by Lee of Diesel Shot. If you would remind us just a little bit about Cord and all of his war crimes.
Yeah, so we're running from those. But Cord, he's a war criminal with a heart of gold. He got into the pirate gang game, lashed to an oar, and his fortunes have risen since then. And he's recently been upgraded to captain. And he was like, this is going to be fine. This is going to be wonderful. We're just going to have a little fleet. And then Mr. Shaman turned into a bird and tried to eat a stone that I was actually kind of glad he was trying to steal. But then he got caught stealing it. And I'm like, well, I can't let him appear to be stealing stuff off of my ship. So we had a whole complicated situation around it. But now there's another enemy on the horizon. and in his long experience of mercenary work, he knows that nothing breaks up an internal squabble quite like an opportunity to loot. So he's turning his eyes to the horizon and getting ready for the next adventure that the group is going to face.
And Eyes on the Horizon speaks very much about Kelmick, the lookout for the Sea Reaver, played by Turd. If you would tell us a little bit about Kelmick.
Yes, my name's Kelmek. I'm from Zamora, resident thief here on the Sea Reaver, as well as lookout. I do feel quite bad for what happened to Fausto. He didn't deserve all of that, but he broke a very simple piece of pirate code and tried to break our oath, and that doesn't fly around here. He would have been too strong with that evil pearl in his hands, or in his gut, I guess.
And speaking of the man who can fly and become a bird, let's check in with Fausto, who does not own Claudius. If you to tell us a little bit about Fausto.
Sure. So I am playing Fausto Blackthorn, and he is a shaman from the Pictish wilderness. He's a servant of Dagon, and unfortunately was caught stealing that pearl from Kelmek. Some of his sorcerer's talents failed him, which doesn't happen often. So.
And he received a very just punishment. It took him all the way down to a wound, actually. And that punishment was administered by the Dagon's Embrace's captain, Captain Lambro, played by Dionysus. Tell us a little bit about Captain Lambro.
I'm Lambro Thiargo, Captain, Dagon's Embrace, and this motley crew, minus our little cat fight, a little bit of disagreements we had over some shinies and things like that. His goal is to get them back with their eyes focused on the next mission. We're basically entering the lion's den, so we need to be on our A game. And he needs to, no pun intended, crack the whip to make sure we're all ready and disciplined and going into this 100%.
And at this point in time, the crews were kind of scrambling back to their individual ships, having been called to Dagon's Embrace by Lambro. And the reason for the scramble is because there was sails on the horizon. So, as you all scramble back to your ships, and Caitlin absolutely refuses to go back to the Sea Reaver, if I recall correctly.
You're damn right.
Never again!
Never fucking again. There was a look.
And what's happening here with sails on the horizon, Lambro, Cord, whoever's taking charge of all of this insanity? What's going on?
Well, I would let Cord be the eyes, because he has the eyes that have led us into the world, which is our favorite Mr. Kelmick. So I'd let Cord take the wheel. Take the wheel, Cord.
Well, I'm taking the wheel. Hold on.
And I'm taking the
Not of
yelling
the Reaver,
up to
not of the Reaver.
Kelmick and say, Kelmick, give me a bearing.
Kelmick, you want to give me an observation check?
Yeah.
Let me know once you've completed that, and we can see if I need to do it or not.
Yeah. I'm rolling right now.
I will have offered, like, nonchalantly, the, like, if, not sure, not 100% sure.
What?
Offering.
If Fausto needs help in healing after being, lashed, like, I would offer help, but I know that I've seen Fausto do, like, healing on himself, so it would be like that that like, I mean, if you want help, I could help you, but that type of situation, because like she knows that he's gonna see her as not as helpful, so it's not gonna be much of a win in her. As like helping someone draw who's already really good at drawing.
I got my crayons.
Guide your hand here.
The impact is very minimal.
Fausto, would you accept this aid?
Yeah, I think I will.
Caitlin, go ahead and give me a medicine check. We play so many freaking games around here. I can't remember half the stats. Give me a second. Where's Caitlin at? There we go. Skills.
It's healing under intelligence.
There you go. Healing under intelligence. I knew that. Off the top of my head.
Yep.
So Kelmick.
Difficulty?
Difficulty 1. Kelmick, on the horizon, you see a double set of sails. It's approaching in your direction, and they appear to have the weather gauge. You believe this is a 2-mast ship, but given how far away it is currently, it's pretty hard to tell.
Looks to me like a fairly large 2-mast ship.
How many masts did the big ship that rolled the fuck up on us before
3
have? Okay. All right. Well, I mean, what direction is the wind?
The wind, they have the weather gauge, so the wind is coming. You were probably facing south. That's the way that you were heading, so the wind is actually coming from the north to the south.
All right. I'm going to flag to the Dagon's Embrace and basically indicate that we are going to go to the oncoming ship left, but as we're looking at it, we're going to go to the right of the ship. And we're going to sort of like turn about because I don't want them to come up on our ass. But we're going to cut just enough that we might catch some wind if we peeled.
So you're going to be going left, but actually right.
We're going right, and I'm like implying you might go left, but I'm not telling you which way to go.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Sorry. All right. I would copy that signal and then also look to Aaron and be like, you stick with him and stay on the left. We shall watch him and we shall beat the Tortage.
Wait. I am so sorry. What is a left?
The port.
Thank you. Killing my fucking immersion.
Left and
What?
right.
Are we running?
Port side. No,
So
we're
wait,
going
are we looking
towards
to
it,
engage?
right?
Is
We're going
that what we're
towards the
doing?
port.
Yeah, we're like surrounding this thing. Is that what we're doing? That's what I'm picturing. I don't know.
That's what I'm trying to get
Yeah.
clarification on.
There's not an
So
insert
like,
attack here.
I'm like, all right. So like, we want them between us so that we can gangbang them. Like,
Yeah, pretty much. Like
Okay, good.
crossfire. Like,
yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. We break right, you break left. They wind up in our middle. And if they're just passing by, they pass by. But if they're looking for a tussle, they've got to break onto one of us and then show their ass to the other.
right. They gotta
Okay.
choose their target.
What do you have a flag up yet? I'm gonna keep mine down until we can see what they are.
We don't have a confirmed flag from them.
I'd say fuck it. I mean, we should put up the pirate flags. Is that what it is? Put up our flag.
Run up the colors.
What is
Run up the
what is
colours.
the Jolly Roger of the Dagon's Embrace? Just like 2 people.
Is it that?
skydiving?
Yes, that flag that we have.
Okay, just
that
wanted
we-
to make clarification. Yes, okay.
Correct.
Yeah, that would be our Jolly Roger.
Yeah, our Jolly Roger. I say we throw that up. That's what I yell that as I'm bringing us in position. So
You running up the colors?
that's what I'm asking. I'm getting the.
That's what I'm asking them. Because
No, I'm
Aaron-
gonna hold
Aaron.
it until we get. I'm gonna hold it
I'm
until we
in.
get closer.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not running them up on the Sea Reaver either.
Because right now, if he's got the gauge, so if we run our colors up and they're like, "No, we ain't want to fuck," they can turn and bounce. We will not catch them.
so what colors
Just
are
take
you
them a lot
flying
to
right
turn
now?
around, yeah.
What colors are you flying? Are you flying any colors then?
I don't have any of. No.
He does it. Nothing now.
You know that's
What's the
against
flying-
nautical regulations.
What's the Greek country again?
Argos.
I would say the Sea Reaver's default is to run an Argosian flag because we look like an Argosian shallow draft ship.
You do, in fact. So, Kalmik, Fausto, did you see my message in the Foundry chat? Kalmik, you spot the colors now. You're seeing this ship. It's a rather large ship. Definitely bigger than either one that you have. Probably about the same size as your original ship. Maybe a little bit smaller because it only has 2 masts where your other one had 3. Pretty big ship though. And it's definitely a deep draft ship, and it's running the colors of the Red Brotherhood.
Oh.
That's definitely Red Brotherhood over there, Captain.
But it's not the same ship as before?
No,
Why
it
is
is
that
definitely not the same
this
ship as
is-
before.
This is perfect. If we can get the colors of the Red Brotherhood, we could go a lot of places. I mean, of course, it is up to you, Captain, but nothing frightens more people than the Red Brotherhood.
Well, we are setting up to take it on. We shall see. And soon it will be ours to flap in the wind as well.
And since
course.
he's running Argosians, and we're obviously together, I'll hoist that as well.
So it's starting to approach. You guys split off, port and starboard, and it flags towards you a message. Says declare intention en route to. Holy crap! I just lost.
Portage?
Yeah, there you go. Thanks. I just lost it there for a
Portage.
minute.
So he's asking us our intention.
Yeah, he's asking your intention. He declares his intention as heading towards Tortage.
Oh, strange. So are we. We just escort him in then, boys. And milady. Well, let's see. I need some good banners words, I should say.
What is
Well-
our intention?
Ask them if they seek help, or we can seek help from them.
Okay, like medical help.
If they think that they're wounded, they may lower their guard.
Okay, then I'll drop the Argosian flag and raise a medical flag.
And so they continue in their route. It doesn't look like they're going to peel off and come towards you.
Oh, all right. So they don't
Give me,
even wanna
hold
help
on,
us,
Aaron.
they
Give me a sailing check real quick.
Okay. CR1?
Yes, please.
DR1? D1, I mean, whatever
Yes.
it is.
I got you. Okay, cool. So you see this ship, and it's Aaron. You're the one that notices this because you're piloting things out and trying to get out to the port side while the Sea Reaver goes to starboard. You notice that the sails on this ship all of a sudden start to draw up a little bit. It's slowing down.
Slowing down.
Yep.
It's slowing down!
What's its complement? How many does it have siege weapons?
Yes.
Are they presently manned?
There are people kind of scrambling around on deck, but it looks almost like a reactive thing. Not a we are preparing for battle. It's one of those get all hands on deck, beat the quarters, because we have two ships who are splitting up and saying that they need medical attention, but still kind of splitting off from each other. That comes across as very suspicious in pirate-infested waters.
Well, only one ship should have medical attention. The other one should.
Yeah, no,
have
absolutely. But you guys are still together.
Together, yeah.
And they would have seen that you were together.
I wonder. So we probably have like maybe we have like a plague flag that we could raise up to kind of explain why we're splitting off.
I mean, I'm not gonna raise any of those flags. I am going to. I am just going to like signal back like same intent to the Red Brotherhood ship. So I'm also saying that my ship is going to Tortage.
So they end up flagging back. They run up colors, the equivalent of saying, then go. Kalmek, check the Foundry chat.
Well, lady, get your hands up on deck, but don't make it look like it's obvious.
Fly casual.
Fly casual, but don't make it look like we're flying casual. You know, list lazily to the left.
Oy vey. Wait a minute. How do you get 2 successes on a dual 18 roll?
His observation's really high, I guess.
Is your target 18?
He can
Yeah.
see. He sees
Yeah.
all.
Holy
Target's
shit!
18.
Your
Wow,
character's
you're gonna-
stacked, motherfucker!
Nice.
Eagle eyes!
Yep. Another. Ooh.
Cap, it looks like there's another set of sails coming rapidly from the north.
I would say that we're gonna try and make that obvious, but we're gonna use like a euphemistic language for it that I'm gonna say Lambo and I would be familiar with from sailing with Heimdall. We're more or less we indicate like, you know, like strange waters to the north or like, you know, like rogue winds to the north. But like what we mean is, yo, there's another bogey coming up.
You just used
because they can see our flags.
you used gang sign code with flags to
Yeah.
let them know that there's got it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna say that are we closer to the coast that like on a battle map we would be in like shallow coastal waters or no?
No.
Still.
You're
Like,
pretty deep.
Out in
Yeah.
the water. I mean like I'm gonna remain perpendicular to the Dagon. I'm gonna try and remain like relative to the Dagon's embrace, whatever the Dagon's embrace does. If they've said then go, right?
Yeah, they basically said if you're gonna go, then go.
Yeah, we're basically downwind of them, so we're kind of, I guess, if I'm reading this right, we're closer to Tortage than they are.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, I would just, like, you know... I would, I mean, what have I seen? The Dagon's Embrace is just run up, like, a medical flag, right? Like, we need medical assistance?
So,
Yeah.
Cord, this is what I would say. Until we can identify that other ship, because right now we're a little out of our league with the bigger one. I mean, we could take the bigger one ourselves, but depending on the size of this second, it might be too much.
I want the fucking Red Brotherhood ship, and they're both here to gank us.
Yeah, that
I'm
too.
just gonna...
That might be a
yeah.
galleon.
So we could
galleon.
just start
Oh,
towards
shit.
Tortage, and basically I would communicate to you, stick with me,
Yeah.
but just follow my lead. So basically, I would kind of look towards Aaron, and I would say, turn us toward Tortage, spill the sails, but don't make it look like you did it on purpose. Like, so I'm trying to tell him to lose the wind, so this guy really gains on us, but we're coming about.
When
to
they
go
do
toward
that,
Tortage.
I will signal back escort, and I will like tell Nu, bring the Sea Reaver around, make to follow the Dagon's embrace, but don't get too close. We want to be ready to outmaneuver anyone who decides to pick a fight.
Kelmick, did you see that second part too? Aside from the galleon?
Oh, no, hold on.
Fausto, what are you doing right now? And I gotta be reminded, I'm pretty sure I know, but it's been a hot minute and we've ran like 13 other games in between and they're all different. Who has the rock right now?
It's not
I
WWE
believe-
anymore.
We have it's
Pretty
in a
sure.
box. It's in the
Yeah.
captain's quarters.
Fausto, I thought Fausto has the rock because that was the deal.
Fausto had the rock and he was gonna build a box, if I remember right. He got his ass whooped. He didn't build no box.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he still
Well-
has the rock until he has to build the rock.
Right. It wasn't
And
his.
then he had
I
to
guess
give
it
up-
wasn't his
and he had
ass. It was his back. But yeah. You know,
Yeah,
so-
and he had to give the monkey paw in trade.
That's right. Kelmick
Yeah.
has the monkey paw with the single finger still up. Right.
I got it written down right
Correct.
here
Awesome.
as an item of interest.
NT.
Um,
I do.
So I got fucking notes out the wazoo, and I'm just like, I can't. I don't want to look for it. Fausto, what are you doing right now?
Bleeding and meditating, probably. Just down in my quarters.
So, Claudius is sitting right in front of you. And it is almost impossible to meditate because all you hear is the clack of his little sharp-ass... What the hell would you call him? The end of his feet? He doesn't have feet, right? Anybody biology know what that would be called?
I'm not a marine biologist.
His tips?
Yeah, he's just a little tapping, right? Just kind of shuffling back and forth. And you can hear him trying to communicate, but it's just kind of gibberish right now.
Okay.
His mandibles?
Mandibles would be... So,
Probably...
Celipids?
If it seems like something important...
Celipids?
Yes, yeah, I see what you're saying, Celipids.
Yep, it is Celipids. I also
Tips.
typed in
Yes, tips.
what a feat on crabs.
We just need to do daily crab facts.
Crab bags.
Hey, welcome to Crab Facts Anthologies.
If it seems like he does have something important to say, I would take a moment and open my eyes back up, concentrate on him, and see if I can get any thoughts from him again.
Why is Rock still here?
It is beyond crab understanding.
Not beyond Dagon, human! Not beyond Dagon!
Then take it, and the crew will crush you.
So be it! Give!
I would take it, open up the door to my quarters, and like fake throw it out, and then shut the door when he runs out. and lock it.
Go get it, boy!
Fucking fight on crab!
I'm not gonna lie, I thought I had to take care of a kid with Anthony, but Fausto definitely has a child crab to take care of.
Dagon's embrace is a fucking...
Maybe
Dagon's
toddler?
daycare.
Yeah, toddler, like brain-wise. I would hate for the temper tantrum this crab can give. You are not getting this food when we leave.
So,
Don't give me that.
Claudius is not... He is definitely bright for a crab, but not as smart as a dog, you know? He did a wish for this ability to be able to communicate with you. And he sees the thing and he follows you, like, got his big ass claw up in the air, right? And he reaches for it as you're kind of getting ready to throw it. And then you throw it and he goes scuttling, sand crabbing out after it. And you shut the door behind it. And you hear it like the clacking on the ground like he's looking for it. And then all of a sudden you just hear on your door. Up on deck. Let's head back up on deck. So you're starting to see this other ship coming over the horizon as Claudius comes up from below deck, and it heads up to the quarter deck where Aaron... By the way, did Anthony end up transferring over to the Sea Reaver, or is he staying on Dagon's Embrace? He's out, right? He's unconscious, but did you keep him on Dagon?
Yeah, he is staying on Dagon. He will not...
He's staying with Mama Bird. Gotcha.
Ever. That's your damn right. You're damn right.
And so, Aaron, you're up on the helm, and Claudius comes up to you, and he's just looking at you with his little beady fucking eyes.
What?
Open door! You just hear this, like, reverberating inside of your skull, just this anger.
I can't. I'm piloting the ship.
Dagon demands!
I don't give a fuck about Dagon.
So the crab looks at you for a minute, and it kind of snips at you,
Shit.
and it just walks away.
Oh no.
Yeah. Okay, so, Kelmick, did you see that second part of the message that I sent to you on the Foundry?
Yeah.
Do you know what
I
that
see it
means?
now.
It means it's thick.
What do you mean? Do I know what that means? I think so.
Okay, I'm just asking. I don't know if you know anything about freaking ships, okay? I'm just asking. I'm trying to be polite. Why you gotta be...
It means it goes deep, right? It's like the hull is very
so
deep.
deep. So deep. Put the butt to sleep.
It's
No.
laden with booty.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
it's
it
either
is.
full of crew or it's got some thick storage.
One of those two.
Right.
Okay.
So while I'm standing here, I've got my little telescope, and once he called that out, can I look also?
It's a... Yeah, you see sails. Are you going to go up in a crow's nest?
I don't see anything.
Are you going to go up into the crow's nest?
Yeah, I'll
that's
climb
where-
up there.
okay.
I'm not above that.
Okay, go ahead and do an athletics check. Or a sailing check, whichever one you want to do.
We're gonna do sailing check. Let's see. Go. Roll me hearties.
Yeah, so you climb up there. Look at the stern on that thick-ass ship. So you're able to start seeing the sails on the horizon, and sure enough, yeah, it does look like a galleon, and it is sitting low in the water, and it is also flying Red Brotherhood banners. I assume you all are continuing south, right? Like while this is going on.
At the current time, yes.
Okay, so they are slowing down. You can see that the one ship is definitely slowing down, while the other one catches up, and they're letting you get in front. Like, they're letting you get space.
So
Traffic, the scourge of the high seas.
Well, I mean, you look how close you are to Tortage, right? This is probably a path that many people
yeah,
travel.
this is probably a normal shipping lane, yeah. So they're letting us get ahead.
Yes.
Now that's the rear ship, not the front ship.
No, the front ship is waiting on the rear ship. The rear ship is just going as fast as it can chug along with the because it's big. It's big and it's hefty right now.
Well, then my guess is front ship is escorting back ship. Kind of look towards Cord, and as much as I want some blood and some fight, I don't know how much we can get unless we fucking take the first ship down and then go for the second and hope she can't maneuver because she's thick.
This is a real nobody can survive situation.
Yeah.
Because if they do, the Red Brotherhood marks us for death. So I'm not confident we can ensure that no survivor is victor.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of my thought. Plus, we still have Fausto's life on the line because of his deal, and that's kind of why we were heading that direction anyway.
So over here, I would just flag, like, you know, I'm prepared to follow you.
Yeah, then I would just return flag and just say, you know, get along my side and let's head towards Tortage.
We get along to giddy up.
Go ahead and make me a sailing check, Aaron, as you full sail. Why is there so many Aarons down here? I'm getting rid of one.
I didn't do it. I swear to God.
I believe you. I believe you,
Okay,
Aaron.
I would tell
But
you.
it's Tommy
I know
gun
you
doesn't-
would. I trust you.
Thank you. Oh, fuck.
You want to give any of that momentum to Nuru over there on the Sea Reaver? Who's
We'll give her one,
Okay.
and we'll bank the other one.
Okay, we can do that. There's one banked for you. I'm going to increase the doom by 1, and then it'll go away whenever I do this roll. Alright, so she is in deep water. This is a coordination check with 1 doom. Nice. So yeah, you guys are able, you know, you hoist the sails, and you're able to make it. Let's see here. This will be 1, 2. You're able to make it fairly far through that day and the night, and as you decide to go full sail, you see the other 2 ships kind of fall to the back. And a constant watch does not show them approaching you or wanting really anything to do with you. They were just simply on their way towards Tortage, and you just happen to be in the way, sitting there in the middle of the water. So
Okay.
we got one more day to go. I think we can skip that if there's unless there's something that somebody would want to do during this day aside from Fausto healing, and go ahead and Fausto recover 3 vigor.
I'm gonna heal as well. Actually, I've taken 2 vigor. I haven't healed yet.
Okay, go for it. Go ahead and fix that. Anyone else?
the-
Anything you need to do?
Skeletons.
I mean,
Just burp one out.
Yeah,
Burp.
I'd lower the medical flag from overnight. Say maybe we got the problem resolved. Nobody needs to know why I did it. But if I have the chef, Milady, have the chef do some fishing maybe to keep our food stores semi-stocked. You know, at least to do something while we're there.
All right, I'm going to issue a. We're about to be drinking in Tortage. I'm gonna just let everyone know. Listen, loose lips sink ships. We've had one pay, yes, but there'll be a second in store, as long as we don't cause any problems here in Tortage. Keep your wits about you. We have business to attend to. When it's finished, we'll make a quick exit. Be ready to go at a moment's notice, but relax. Enjoy a drink in the meantime.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Gannis says okay. he's not there right now. So yeah, you're able to do some fishing and stuff, and you know, kind of keep the stores up a little bit, but not enough to really keep the day's food away, because there's a lot of people. Well, actually, you're on Dagon's, so actually, yeah, we can see that not happen. That's fine. So we'll come pump that back up. So I want to kind of remind you about Tortage. Tortage basically has two different components to it. There's a port area that is almost like the fake city. It's been burned down so many times by Argosian Navy that it is just constantly rebuilt by the flimsiest stuff that you could possibly do. And then you have to go through that area to get to the real Tortage, where most of the business and whatnot takes place. And the place that you're heading to, by the way, is called the Pleasant Rose. That would be where this Captain Portia, the Red Brotherhood that you were sent to meet with, is going to be. That's in the actual main Tortage. So you begin to see this on the horizon. You see the burnt remains of the Tortage, or that fake area that's constantly burned. And you know that there's only one punishment that happens here, and that's to reveal the actual city. And if you do that, you are tossed into a cesspit, basically, to the cheering of a crowd. So how are you gonna park ship, and who is going? So well, let me one more thing. This so basically there's two different ways that people kind of they weigh anchor here. Some of them remain out in the water, and some of them pull into the port. Particularly, they pull into port whenever they have a heavy load, and then they offload. They pull their ships out, and then they stay out. They weigh anchor outside just in case the Navy ever shows up unexpectedly.
Okay. It might be best for Cord and his crew to stay out in the water, so we can bring in the oil, if you guys would like, and we can offload that and at least make some bank on that, and then put the Dagon's Embrace back out to sea. And maybe Fausto can run some shenanigans with the crab, perhaps.
How many boats do we have on the side?
You have probably, each of the ships has anywhere between 2 to 3 launches. And thank you for the sub, the Maharishi. I got it right this time, right? Maharishi?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, baby! It only took 3 months!
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the sub,
Good to see
Maharishi.
you.
It's great to see you, buddy.
Seems like 12.
So
there's 3.
probably have like 2 or 3 launches per ship. Yeah,
Um,
easy.
How many vats of oil do we have?
You have, I think you had 1 or 2 barrels. Let me look. I gotta. This is ship combat rosters. No. House rules, attitude, weapons. It is party resources. There we go. Cargo. So you had basically 4 barrels, big barrels worth of these this oil.
Big barrels.
Yeah, 55-gallon barrels. The big wooden barrels of this
okay.
oil.
So, but not to like. I mean, yes, you could split them up into two boats. You could probably swing it if you
Yes.
absolutely have
Yep.
to.
Absolutely.
So there's a way if you wanted to stay out on the sea, we could probably get there that way. And if we had two small boats there, it wouldn't hurt us for returning, but boats like that are always easy or to pick up off the pier, and always great to have extra around for other ships.
We could
Is
do
that-
that.
It is up to you. I don't see anything wrong with completely porting. It'd be nice to, if we do have to make a quick run for it, it's going to be a lot harder to make a quick run for it in the 2 rowboats. So it's completely up to you. It depends on what goes down. If something comes in, then it would be better to have the ship already somewhat in movement. But if shit goes down here, it will be really fucked up to be having to row a boat all the way across the water. Nothing like having your back to your enemy while you're trying to get to safety.
All right. Do I see, I guess, two areas where, or enough in one area that we could both dock next to each other or side by side?
Like the full ship?
Both of us, yes.
I would say do a luck check, but that's too much Judge Dredd. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Then I would flag to Cord, fall in and dock with us.
So you are you
Pull out to
heading?
the pier in Tortage.
Say again?
Yes.
All right. Well, that's the plan. That's the plan. We're going in.
So you pull the ships in. You're able to. There's a big dock where you can have the Dagon's Embrace on one side and the Sea Reaver on the other. As you begin to throw rope to the dock workers, you see a man standing there with papers in his hands and a coin purse at his belt, and he's kind of writing some things down.
Okay.
Is there customs in Tortage?
That smirk probably said everything you need to know. Court's face.
I think the lack of government means that's a no.
Well, they might have their own pirate customs.
Has anybody been to Tortage?
Would we have?
assume
Would
we
Heimdall
probably-
just kept us away from there indefinitely?
Heimdall would have done all of his. Aaron, you haven't even been on a boat longer than a week. You shut your mouth.
Hey, wait. I have relationships with merchants. Oh wait, never mind.
I have a
frequent.
I have a girlfriend here in Tortage. You wouldn't know her. She's in the back version of Tortage, and the real one. You wouldn't know her.
I would say that Caitlin has probably been to some really fucked up places. So I would say Tortage has been like that.
Give me
of a Las Vegas for her, so it's not so bad.
Okay, give me a. So if you have been to Tortage for a reason, and I would need to know the reason before you do the roll. Give me a.
You really want to know the reason?
No. I don't. No. I don't need all that. What I need to know is like what you just told me. I know that we have a over 18 on this channel, but we don't want to go too far over that, right? Give me a society check.
All right.
Society or thievery.
Cord's trait was he was forced into piracy and he was changed to an oar. So I'm assuming before Heimdall, I was on another pirate crew. So it feels likely we would have come in here.
Okay, sure. Society or thievery.
All right, let's check. Am I a more sociable boy, or I am a more sociable boy?
I
Let's see.
knew Pat. I would summon Pat with that. I just knew it.
Yeah, my time would have been strictly with Heimdall from Young Buck.
He probably would have
Yeah.
taken you. He probably would have taken you with him in there just to learn the ropes.
Okay. So society also?
Yes, society or thievery. Ahoy there, crab boss.
So
So the three of you, you see this guy standing there, and you know that the Red Brotherhood rules here. This is the Red Brotherhood's home. And you know that sometimes the Red Brotherhood likes to collect a tax. But
I knew it.
you also knew that sometimes there's posers out there. There's no law here. And so if there's nobody down there collecting taxes, somebody can come up and be like, yes, I am the Red Brotherhood's tax collector. And so you know both of those things have happened.
That's perfect. Does it look like he's dressed up in Red Brotherhood alt garb and everything?
That would definitely be a society check at difficulty 2.
Difficulty 2?
Aaron,
Okay.
Aaron, you might know enough about this stuff to know
I would
that,
assume I'd be sitting there
so.
with Milady, and we'd probably be chatting about their garb and what they see, so I would like to assist her if possible.
Go ahead and roll a single die then, society.
Oh, she rolled already.
I thought I did not.
Oh, sorry.
I got excited.
First one. So the momentum isn't generated, it's just the first. Oh, that's Aaron. Aaron, it's a difficulty 2, so you pass the roll, Cord passes the roll, and so all three of you, once again, now this time with Aaron. Aaron, you definitely see this guy, and you probably overhear them kind of chatting about this stuff that they've seen before, and you know that this guy's a poser. He just doesn't have the Red Brotherhood look about him. He's not wearing the red sash. He's not carrying himself like he just looks like he grabbed a piece of paper and he's just scribbling things down.
Okay.
I get a little upset.
Yeah, am I close? Am I close to this guy?
No, you guys are still on ship. Nobody said they're getting off yet.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, Captain, this guy's a fraud.
Yeah, I'm seeing the same
I
thing.
mean, look at him. He looks
Do
ridiculous.
we see if any of his? Does he have any friends with him? Can we see anybody kind of gazing his direction? and
Yeah, does
being
it look like he has
is
backup? Does he have a
is
squad?
Yeah, that's where I'm going first.
I was gonna say we can take what he's already collected from him.
Observation check.
Well, yeah.
Diff
What's
diff
that?
diff 3. Diff 3 on
Damn
an
it.
observation check.
Okay. Anybody want to assist old Capitan with that? We're looking together, so it's kind of my.
I can
Thought.
assist. I don't know how though. I'm
You
not
just
the
do
one-
the
many
roll
you
with
can
a you click on assist on that button when you do a roll.
I
How
would
many
say,
people can assist?
How
Max
Gentlemen,
2.
come down here. I have something to discuss with you.
Oh. Yes, Captain.
assist button?
Yeah, I would assume I'd be close enough too to kind of core to be like,
Yeah.
some more
Yeah,
hand signals like, look at this,
I'm
this
doing the
nozzle on the deck here.
hand signal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to Kelmick and I'm gonna be like, all right, Kelmick, that's clearly a fake. The Red Brotherhood doesn't appreciate their kind, but they're not gonna come take care of this for us. I'm gonna see what they want, but maybe we can invite him on for a little inspection of the goods, and then you can lighten his load with those dexterous fingers of yours.
Ooh. Sounds fun.
Lambro, you don't see anybody.
Okay.
I don't. Sorry.
What's that? Do you want me to help you?
Yes.
You already did your roll,
Go
buddy.
to observation and click the dice.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, and then it pulls
And then it
up.
says
Okay.
assist right underneath the difficulty. Just click that and then only roll one die. Un die.
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought there. So okay.
Still don't see anybody.
Damn, I'm sorry. I tried.
3 successes.
Okay.
I do recommend that we get him aboard. I think he could be wonderful leverage. Alive. If we can get him alive, we have an excuse to why we should go see the wonderful like Red Brotherhood and say we have brought this person who was posing as Tex, and we can break his jaw so he can't defend himself.
Cord, would you have said something to me that says we're gonna try and bring this dude?
You can't say that.
You can't.
Hey,
Okay,
Cord,
so
would you
we're-
tell
we're-
me that you're gonna do this stuff? No.
We're
You're on two different ships.
here's the situation. So like we are like on either side of a fucking dock, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna just be like, we're here, we're in port. I'm gonna go over to Dahab. I'm gonna call all the officers together, and I'm gonna let them know, like,
I'm gonna take care of that so-called tax collector. Once that's dealt with, you can handle, shift at a time, going out to drink and what have you in the front city. Unless you're called for, don't go into the back city of Tortage. We need you close to hand and near the water should it be time to leave.
and I'm gonna let people know that if I'm not on the ship, Dahab is in charge, unless Dahab is off ship, in which case the other person on the ship will be in charge. I'll also let them know
Alataro will be joining us on the Sea Reaver. You've sailed with him before.
and
Being
yeah,
that-
let them know. And then I'm gonna let down the fucking ramp, and I'm gonna like stroll out and see if Mr. Tax Collector does anything. And I'm gonna be very obvious, So like I'm kind of gonna wait for the Dagon's Embrace fellas to disembark before I go any further.
I'm going to, as we are porting, I'm going to gesture for the tax collector to come aboard. Just so he can inspect the goods. We want to make sure that we pay the Red Brotherhood correctly. We would hate to cheapen, and we have quite the load downstairs.
So, whenever the ramps are going down, so I hear Cord's getting off ship. I hear, from what I can tell, Caitlin's going to be getting off ship to approach and talk to this individual. Who else is getting off ship?
I'm holding up top for the moment,
Okay.
since I have the rest of the crew to address.
Okay.
Yeah,
Faust?
I'm not getting off.
I ain't getting off. Fausto?
I'd probably stay on the ship for now, unless I was specifically needed somewhere.
Kelmick?
Could Kelmec make an attempt to sneak off the ship?
Sure. Stealth. Difficulty 2.
I like to imagine he's gonna Metal Gear Solid this. He's like in a crate.
Right, I was thinking that, or like on the side of walls of the ship, because he can't use the gangplank. He has to go like.
Got a clamber. Ah, that's a sneaky roll right there.
Wow. Okay, so yeah, I'm actually gonna need Kelmick to tell me how you're gonna sneak off of this ship, because that's an interesting question.
Sploosh.
So, the tax collector is watching Cord walk off of our Sea Reaver, and B hears Caitlin from the hall calling him his way. So as his senses are distracted, Kelmec sprints as fast as he can off of the ship into the nearest patch of bushes, and awaits to see how this man responds to his fellow crewmates.
Yes. Interesting. A female captain? I don't believe I've met a woman captain before. I need both of your names, if I might, for my records.
Oh, I would. You flatter, of course. No, I am not captain, but I will lead you to my captain. If you would be so kind as to follow. She gestures like seductively a little bit to be like, come here.
Come hither.
No.
So he seems interested, but he looks to Cord and he says, "And you, sir? What was your name? I didn't catch either of your names, actually."
And he's like,
Ah, yes. I'm Cord. Pleasure to meet you.
Yes,
Captain of the Sea Reaver.
Captain Cord of the Sea. And so you're watching his I guess his quill, and you can see that he has no idea how to spell any of that, right? Like the symbols that he's making are not anything remotely letter-like.
all right.
And-
He's just bullshitting.
And he's like, before I come and see your cargo, milady, I need to know what's your business here in Tortage. I of course am part of the Red Brotherhood and a sanctioned officer of such, and I'm sure you have been here before, and you understand that I need to do these things.
We are just so new, and it's so good to be accompanied by a red brotherhood. Maybe you could show us around as well. What did I mention? My name is Sarah.
Oh, Sarah, what a lovely name. Sarah, go ahead and do a... Sarah, do a persuade check. Difficulty 1. Captain Cord, before I assess your docking fee, I need to actually go speak with this woman about her cargo, and I'm sure you understand it'll be a few moments. Yes?
By all means. And I kind of like, gesticulate. And I'm like basically trying to like ensure that if his vision isn't blocked by, Caitlin, it's blocked by me, my shirt open a little. Because if he's into that, I'd be happy to, but I want to make sure, because I know Kelmic's somewhere in the wind, and I just want to make sure whatever this man's peripheral vision is narrowed in. So I'm gonna I'm not gonna follow him, but I will just be there in the foreground to be an object taking up space.
Okay. And Kelmic, I wanted to reassess. There's no bushes nearby. This isn't Nolosha. No wait, that's aliens. It's not Nuka.
Nolosha.
I run so many of these things. I get so freaking confused sometimes.
Too many games.
Too many games. Lee understands.
Welcome to Zapsy.
So, welcome to Zapsy. It's not Nuka. You would find barrels and cargo kind of to hide behind while you're still on the dock. I'm actually loading up a kind of a good picture of what you can kind of expect. It's not perfect, but it's kind of like what you would see. So yeah, you see this guy turn around.
You could probably hide underneath the if you're looking to hide somewhere, most of the time the port, like the pier itself, will come to almost like a slant, and you could get underneath there.
So
that's where you want to do, just for suggestion.
So yeah, this guy, Kelmic, you see him turn away, and he's starting to follow. No token. Let me get you guys on this map really quick. Put you all just right here on the pier, just so you can kind of see it. Lambro, Aaron, and Fausto. And Kelmic. Where is Kelmic? Did I get you? Okay. So this is just to help visualize. You see him turn away. Kelmic, are you going to do anything, or are you just kind of hanging out there watching?
So, Kelmec sees that he is following Caitlin onto Dagon's Embrace, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, then he's not going to worry about him much until he goes to leave the ship. Right now, he is still in hiding, but he's keeping an eye out for either some supplies or loot that might be around here, or some eyes that might be watching us.
Kelmic, give me a thievery check at difficulty 3. And you get a bonus die for this.
Okay.
So go ahead and spend a momentum. I'll put it so just put it as momentum, and I added to it.
Okay.
Holy shit, Kelmic. So this guy is he might be able to buffalo. Maybe he's tired. Maybe he is just bad at what he does and good sometimes, or maybe a sucker came in right beforehand. But apparently or maybe he was just distracted by the lovely Caitlin. Or Sarah, sorry, Sarah. You notice that he had set his stuff on a crate that you're hiding behind. and you see that there is a cutlass there and a bag of gold. Basically what he collected from somebody else. Are you taking it?
Oh yeah.
There we go. I made sure to get both the ammo drop and this extra die into there. So you end up grabbing a hold of 6 gold worth of stuff there. So he apparently, whoever he buffaloed last had gems in there, had gold pieces, but it's 6 gold for this system worth of stuff.
Cool. Yeah, so Kelmek's gonna nab all this stuff up. It's probably gonna like comically like be too big for his arms. And he's going to look up to Dagon's embrace, make sure that the tax man isn't, looking towards the harbor, and he's gonna sprint just like he did to get where he's at and show the cap. Or do not show the cap, I guess, because he's still not on the ship. Just show some of his crewmates, looky what I found!
So some of the sailors are all like, ooh. You see Dahab just kind of shaking his head, going back to watching what's going on. But you see your fellow crewmates on the Sea Reaver are fairly excited. And so over on Dagon's Embrace, what's happening to this individual? We'll go ahead and speed this part up. Tell me what you want to do to this person, and I'll let you know if it happens.
So the goal is to get him on the ship, then to lead him downstairs.
Okay.
And of course, motion to all of the crew members that we're just doing a little bit of a taxing, but I want it to be like that as he passes, there's just like this moment of just prey feeling, as if to be like, and who wants to come downstairs and play a game of beat the shit out of this guy?
Oh yeah, you have.
Like, I know that some people are pent up raging right now, and I've got a nice feast down here, leading a lamb straight to the slaughter. But we must keep him alive. So I will stop them at that point. So when it gets too crazy, she will stop them, because she will have to have him somewhat alive to be able to offer up. But we definitely need to break the jaw so that way he cannot talk and defend himself.
So yeah, beat the shit out of the tax collector is definitely a game that many of these pirates would love to play, and they're able to beat the ever-living shit out of him to a point where he goes unconscious, and then one of them comes up and just literally kicks his jaw as hard as he can, dislocating the entire thing.
And I give like this playful like smile towards Lambro that says, hey, it's a community building prop, like.
Banthus, by the way, was the one that meat hooked him.
Hell yeah, Banthus.
Team building exercise, right?
Team building, of course. Sometimes you got to rise up the.
And I'm letting y'all do it. I'm just kind of sitting there, watch. I would have followed in, and I'm just kind of actually, like, hit the entrances to the wherever they went in. I'm just kind of leaning on it with my mug, like, just watching.
So, Fausto.
I even let Anthony try a couple, but after he's already wounded enough that I think that Anthony can actually take it and not like fuck up too hard. And it's an incentive the next time. Maybe when someone's coming at you, duck or weave. Maybe a little bit better.
Okay. He gets behind all of that. He's still got pretty bad headache from the day before, but he takes part in all of this. Fausto, well, actually, I'll wait for you, Fausto. So, you guys are taking everyone going for this little hurrah into Tortage, then? What are you doing about your... so, let me ask that first. Is everyone gonna go? Except for Gannis. Gannis says that he'll stay behind on the Sea Reaver.
No, I'm gonna leave a skeleton crew
Walrus wax
behind.
Well, I'm talking about the player. I'm talking about the players first. Players first, and then we'll talk about crew members.
Okay. I'm going.
Cord's going. Fausto?
Yeah, we're rolling out.
I have a question about this item I have. And
Yes,
I have 2 jewels in my inventory worth 2 gold each. I think I got that somewhere in the caves we were in.
Yep.
Do I need to sell those, or does it just count as currency?
It counts as currency.
Okay, cool.
Kelmek is not going.
Wait, so Kelmick, you're gonna like hold back on the pier?
Correct.
And I'm gonna like saddle up to him and be like, "What's your angle here, Kelmick? You know we're after a shiny."
Kelmick
Right, but we
disappeared.
have 2 very powerful shinies. Oh, I'm just
Oh, gotcha.
behind
You're
the
cool.
camera
You're
right
good.
now.
You're good.
uh
All I see is a green screen.
He's in the closet changing right now.
Oh, okay.
we have 2 powerful shinies on the ship right now that are very dangerous, and I'm not leaving them by themselves.
Your discretion is great, Kelmick. I trust your judgment.
Do we still have Blessings, the bird, with us?
Gannis does, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say we can't control blessings at all, right?
Gannis has a little bit of a control on him, but a
I
little.
would-
Like,
I would.
like this is a friendly bird kind of thing, not a go do stuff for
Yeah,
me.
because I was gonna say like if there's trouble, send a blessing.
yeah.
Send blessings, but I don't think that blessings is trained enough to be able to do something like that, especially not to an indeterminate location.
Well,
so,
Fausto, don't you have something
Yeah.
to handle that kind of a situation?
Yeah, I do.
called being a bird.
Can't you just turn into him and be like, "Hey, blessings, how you doing?"
Yeah.
No,
alright.
I mean I can call other birds and stuff too. No, I think I would end up going into Tortage with everyone.
Is Claudius going?
Yeah.
Interesting. Thank you. So Kelmick, behind the camera, Kelmick, can you hear me?
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
the stuff's going to be happening inside. Stuff's going to be happening inside of the city for a little bit. I don't want to leave you behind and nothing happen for you, and you just sit there. Stuff will happen back on the pier. Don't you worry. But I don't want you to feel like you're getting left behind. We can arrange something if you want to go. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to feel like anybody is stuck behind.
I do not feel that way. It is no worries, my friend.
Okay, then fantastic. So who are you taking with you besides the PCs, Lambro? And are you letting any out for leave?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to Altaro and I'm gonna let him know that he's in charge for the ship's security at this time.
Okay.
That he and his Marines have final say. That the other sailors, Hamad, Tanit, Aram, and Zarya, I think I'm saying that right. They're all 2 cycle ships. But aside from cycling ships, they can also cycle time on land to do whatever they wish to do. That includes Alataro, so however he sees fit, I'm going to leave that up to him.
What about over on the Sea Reaver?
If you're off shift, you can go and you can drink and you can make merry and you can do what you like. You cannot you may not travel to Tortage proper unless I have given you the order to, or like something terrible has gone wrong and you need to come get me. Because I let everyone know we need to be ready to beat off at the drop of a hat. Because I'm just gonna say we have business in Tortage, and there's only 2 kinds of ways business ends in Tortage. So keep your wits about you, but enjoy your shore leave. And I'm also gonna give them directions to like acquire food, water, booze.
Okay. So, by the way, it was 5 barrels, not 4. I found that roster that I had made. So you guys are you going to do anything besides head to meet this individual right now, or what's going on with that? Like, what's the battle plan here?
I mean, I think we need to have like a fucking little powwow about what our game plan is.
I agree.
But,
Have your powwow then.
yeah, I mean, I would form up just like on the pier and be like, all right, we need to approach an incredibly powerful woman in her seat of power and secret out something from under her that she stole from an incredibly powerful sorcerer. There's no room for mistakes. This can't be amateur hour. We need a solid plan, but also flexibility if things turn south. I'm no thief. What's the plan?
I agree. My guess is she wants this, what was it, like an amulet or a medallion that was containing his soul, basically?
Wasn't his soul, but
Like, this chest of gold is probably nothing to her and her wealth. So the fact that she wears this instead of carrying that gold tells us already that this is something dear to her in some other manner. And I don't know if it's going to be trickery or service, which is going to come out ahead on this.
I nod, I think about it, and I'm going to say,
If we do it in Tortage, no one can know it was us. We should arrange, if at all possible, a likely alternative explanation in the area that will hold at least long enough for us to get back from the boats and quit the port. Aside from that, if we could make fast friends with her, perhaps there's a chance we could lure her to a secondary location. It's just like Mother always told me, never let them take you to a secondary location. In this instance, she might go along with it if she thinks there's a good treasure.
Something that's going to benefit the Brotherhood themselves, perhaps. It needs to be enticing, like the body of you, Cord.
Thank you. Well, I do a lot. I do pull-ups in the captain's quarter.
I've seen from afar.
Yes.
Body glistening in the sea mist.
Yes. When I was versed in the forces, we used the gleam to communicate through great distances over the fields of battle.
If we've already flown Argosian banners, so the other ships are going to see us. So we might as well stay under a banner like that.
Sure. I mean, pirates are known to, dare I say it, go on the high seas and lie, so they might not be too surprised. But yes, I'd say we can keep up whatever ruse we'd like. But none of us are terribly convincing in the Argosian accent department, so perhaps we, sort of play it fast and loose with who we are. I wouldn't draw too much attention to our association with Captain Heimdall.
How about mercenaries for the Argosian army, which explains why we fly the banner?
We could say that, but I'm not sure why the Argos... I mean, I think that the navy of Argos is presently hostile to Tortage, so we might avoid...
Any mention of the A word?
Yeah, in second thought, I'm thinking about this. I'm like, perhaps we should run up the Jolly Roger while we are in port. And now that I have thought better of it.
Milady and Fausto, should you have opinions?
I am excited to be here. This is always a fun place to be.
Indeed.
We need information. Perhaps we should seek a knowledge broker and ask about this amulet.
Fausto has a good point. If we can know the function of the amulet before we approach, we might know the way it could be stolen.
This is a good idea. Give me a minute. I'm gonna go back to the ship and make sure something's okay real quick, and I'll be right back. And I just head back to the ship just for a couple of seconds, as if to grab something. I'm going to talk to Xanthes, because Xanthes knew the previous sailor, and I want to know the relationship between this previous captain he had and this person I'm going to talk to. I have some questions, and I'm going to ask him to. I need to also make sure that he is keeping an eye on the ship while he's here, but I need him to make sure that Banthus is on top of the ship, because no one will notice Banthus comparatively.
Well, talk away. Let us speak.
Xanthes, I have to go on a jaunt, as they say. Your previous captain is kind of a definitely jerk face. Good understanding why you left, made good choices. Who fucked him over? Who gave him the book?
I do not know. It's so. I will tell you what I know. Obviously, yeah, I owe you much.
Of course.
So we put to sea, and this fellow captain of his, this Portia. They were friends, longtime friends.
Portia. I like Porsches too. Keep going.
And they put to sea, and my former captain broke off and went hunting a treasure. He said he received a map while he was in Tortage, but he never said where it came from. And when he and the crew went to shore, I stayed aboard ship. Only he returned with the book. And it was from there that it seemed like he and Captain Portia had a falling out. I'm not privy to such. I was not one of his officers. I just worked on the ship. I manned the helm, and that was it.
Okay. Did she come by a lot and they didn't have a lot of conversation up top? Is that what happened? Maybe I had secret conversations behind doors.
Oh no, there's no secret about it, Mom. These two ship together often. We would always see her ship alongside of us. We would raid together. But
that's not what I thought.
You could almost think of it as this Captain Lambro and Captain Cord. That's how tight these two were at one point. Of course, you see what magic items do to people. Well, you see what magic items do to people. All of a sudden, there's swords at each other's throats, right?
Yeah, that's not something I agree with that. But nevertheless, so you would say that the relationship drifted pretty hard, but she has a type, you would say.
I mean, when she would come on board, the entire ship would stop. If that means anything.
That does. Okay, but that doesn't mean anything. What was her type, not your type?
I wish I knew her type, because I would have made myself this.
I figured that. That's super helpful. Can you give me an idea what your previous captain looked like before he looked like someone ran him through the bottom of the fucking ship?
He was a handsome man. He was young and full of life. He was the type that would take command over anything. He was one of those that you hear in the stories that stand on the quarterdeck and the wind blows in his hair, and he holds strongly onto the wheel, and you just want to follow him into the very depths if you have to.
Okay, I want you to, you know how Captain, describes Cord sometimes? I need you to describe that in that manner. I know it's a little bit weird sometimes, but I need you to give me that description right there.
He has glistening chest hair? Is that what you're looking from me, Mom?
Okay, yeah, chest hair, he had long hair. Okay, thank you, I appreciate that, Dantes.
He was a bear.
He liked to wear skulls on his head and look really handsome. Oh wait, that's somebody else. Sorry.
Oh my gosh, Dantes. I'm really trusting you to make sure everything stays in port. You know how it is around here.
I do.
If everything goes well, maybe I'll bring back a gift. Tell the other crew members that if they hang tight, there is definitely a prize in sight.
Of course, Mom.
Okay, and Portia, real quick, what does Portia look like?
Oh, how can you describe the beauty of the sea as the sun sets? How she's a fire-haired maiden. She's a fire-haired maiden, lithe and covered in scars, and she's just as deadly with her tongue as she is with her blade. She reminds me a lot of you, Mom.
Oh, perfect. maybe a like will attract. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Xanthis. Once again, remember, I will. Oh, and take care.
1 second,
Anthony,
Mom. One more
please.
thing. I would note that before our captain had his falling out with the living, he was a rather young-looking man.
Oh, a young-looking man. Okay, Anthony, where are you? We're going on a we're going on a adventure. You know, I've been here before. It's a lot of fun. It's a good experience for you.
I don't know. I got a really bad headache still.
Don't you like adventure?
I do like adventure. Wait,
You like-
wait,
you
is
wanna
Aaron
be a-
going?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, let's go. I'm ready.
Okay. This is what I want you to do. We're playing a game. It's,
Okay,
it's a
all right.
special game. Ready?
I love games. Let's do
I
this.
want
What are we
you
doing?
to copy everything in the manner that I do it. Okay.
Okay, I can do that. I'm really good at that kind of stuff.
Okay. Try now. Perfect. Let's go.
Let's go. So you see Anthony coming running down the deck, right? Just sprinting past Caitlin, just going by.
I
could
said
you-
copy.
What could she have gone back to the ship for? And I see Anthony.
He's just like, runs up to Aaron. He's like, Aaron, have you ever been here before?
No, I've never been here before.
Oh, me neither. This is going to be a lot of fun, huh?
I lean into Lampro.
I mean, I'm excited about it.
I lean in and say, I have a feeling she has an appetite for the young and handsome.
Good thinking. Let's
Don't-
make him
don't
extra
think.
handsome. Maybe as we unload this whale oil, save some so we can rub on his chest and he
What's
glistens.
that personality do, Anthony?
I figure
That
we
personality.
can. I figure we can, what we call it, as selling 2 for 1. We send him with cord, and it would be like a happy package deal in a minute. Not sell, of course. You know that would be bad. I mean, unless you want to get rid of cord, I will not disagree with it. I mean, you're the captain. But yes, I mean, I think it would be better this way, you know. If that's what we need to do.
We need to find an event that she'd be attending. Should we just show up offering these young, glistening men?
We're not.
Would
we're
look
not
pretty
show-
obvious.
We're not doing that. We're also bringing this guy. I dragged the one that's been beaten a little bit. Not very far because I can't drag him far enough, probably, with the broken. Remember, we're using this. We're using this. Don't you die on me, motherfucker. You're not close to being dead yet. And I lean down and I'm like, I could make sure that you stay alive for a long time.
Okay, I guess.
You have a broken arm. You have a broken jaw.
So, Fausto, you wanted to find a dealer of knowledge, yes?
Yeah.
What are you looking for in particular?
In particular, I'm trying to discreetly find out more about this amulet specifically. Just anything about it, about what it does, about maybe whether or not she's ever been seen taking it off. But really just in general information about her as well.
So, you're taking Claudius, right?
Yeah.
Are you going with the group, or are you going by yourself to do this?
I think it would probably split off if the captains are okay with that.
I mean,
so that we're not a big crowd of people wandering around looking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that we should, look like we're, a crew on a mission, but I think that I would be Fausto, I think you need at least one person to back you up, in case things go ugly. This is Tortage.
I agree, but be careful on who you ask for information about this Brotherhood Queen, as it could come off in the wrong way. Need any extra undue attention?
I am just seeking information about those in power here.
Yeah, I mean,
I will keep a low profile.
As he
Take
walks
one.
around with a crab.
Yeah.
I mean, I would volunteer. I'll be like, I'll go with you and wait outside, just in case anyone's tailing us or something goes wrong.
Very well. Another blade is welcome.
Fausto,
So it
roll
is.
me 1d6 for, if you would. Okay. So, go ahead and give me a society check. Difficulty 2.
It is not a particularly good. Oh no, I looked at sorcery for a second. I'm like, wow, I'm really high on that one.
I'm really good at being with people.
Difficulty 2, you said?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is not.
Yeah, could this be assisted?
Sure.
Ooh,
That actually works out perfect.
First
but-
roll.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and back that up if you want, Cord, with another complication.
I backed it up all right.
Fantastic! No! No! You gotta wait! No! Fausto, what do you want, Lambro? Talk to me.
Nothing. Go ahead.
No, talk to me, Lambro. I cut you off twice now.
I was going through my list of things here, and I was gonna say, since I know he's going in town to look for that, I could perhaps assist him with that.
Can I? Can I?
None of you are going with him, though, so no.
Okay. Well, I mean, more of a I know where he needs to go type of thing.
Not in this port.
Okay.
It's a nice try, though. What do you want, Caitlin?
I know that Lambert was talking about finding a nice, cool place to hang out until we drop
there's
off.
the Pleasant Rose, which is where this woman hangs out, but that's...
That's what I figured. But before we get there, is there anything that on the way that would be worth, like, maybe even having a couple of the crew member drop in and grab from?
There's this place is full of candy shops, inns. If you remember, we call them candy shops now, yes. And basically any type of stolen good that you could possibly want. So there's everything here.
Oh, I'm so excited. Okay.
So hold on. Now I gotta handle business with these other two first.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. I mean, we're going that way anyways. I mean,
well, no, you split up. Lambro sent Fausto and Cord to go do this. So
I'd have a buddy cop adventure of the century.
Yeah, he wanted to
or a couple
go
or a couple
buddy
aces in the
with
hole.
Fausto, so I let them go.
I'm gonna now.
you let Cord and Fausto go off together?
Yes.
The one who just literally got Fausto lynched? You let the sorcerer and the one who hates sorcery go together unaccompanied?
It would be a bonding experience, and I trust
Captain.
Fausto
You know
and
what?
Cord to act accordingly.
You know what, Captain? I think you're a smart man. I really hope Fausto wins.
All right, so let's make Fausto really awkward right now. You ready?
Yes,
So Fausto, you're walking through this early portion of Tortage, and people are completely parting ways to let you through. They're absolutely terrified of this giant crab that is following behind you.
It's not because of my high renown.
No, it's not behind because of your high renown or your handsome face. It's the giant crab. And no doubt you're renowned because you do have some now. So you're walking through, and everybody that you go to try and speak to completely ignores you. Shops close up. People ignore you. People duck down. People see something and are like, yeah, oh, yep, have business over here. Except, as you're walking by, you see a woman dressed in fur, and with long, unkept hair, leaning up against a doorway. And she's staring at you.
I stare back.
He is available.
Would you like to come and warm yourself by my fire?
Is that two different things?
I look over to Cord and then back to her. Are you speaking to him?
No. No, he is not the one who has a way with these creatures of the deep. I'm speaking to you.
Creatures of the deep. You wish to spend time with the crab?
No, I wish to spend time with you. Would you not come and warm yourself by my fire?
So I would get real close. Remind me again, what was the name of the lady we're looking for information on?
Captain
Just forgot
Portia.
it. Portia, that's right. Do you have any information about Captain Portia?
And so she leans, you're close to her, and she kind of comes up beside your face, right? So that your face is here and hers is here, and she says into your ear, she's like, I have so much information. Will you not come and warm yourself by my fire?
Cord. She has information.
Cord, I'll be right back.
I'm sure she's laden with it. Do give a cry if you need a second pair of hands.
Of course. Perhaps you can tend to my wounds as well.
If that means that you'll let me touch you, then of course.
I'm assessing this. Does she look like she actually wants to murder him and like eat his crab, or does he look like she's like just like down with the wild men? Like,
she wants to risk getting crabs.
Yeah, is she about to risk it all? Are we about to risk it all? Who's risking it all?
Do an insight check, difficulty 2.
Do an insight check, difficulty 2. A hard woman to read, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Oh God, I'm not good at. Cord, well-known, trusty individual.
Cord's like, wow, good job, buddy. Good luck.
I'm like, good job, buddy. And then once they go, I'm assuming they like go inside. But while they do, I will actually resume the asking around for info broker because I won't have a crab behind me.
Cord. So, actually, are you taking the crab inside with you, Fausto?
He would, he would go inside with me, but probably like stay out in like a hallway or something nearby, but not too close. But while I'm in there, I am trying to see if there's anyone in there that seems like of importance, I guess, and kind of overhear conversations if I can. No,
so you walk in, and this is a small building. You know, it's one of these outbuildings that have been just rebuilt over and over again. The room inside is probably no bigger than a 10 by 15 foot area where there's a mat on the ground, there's a small fire going in a brazier, and you can hear people arguing next door, but the room, it looks like it's just one room. But in one corner, you see all of the ministrations that would go along with sorcery.
I would stop and glance over that and then turn to this woman I'm walking with. Who does that belong to?
And so she just kind of like looks at you, kind of like smiles, and then starts to walk over towards the furs on the ground.
Fausto has become more interested, for real.
And so she strips down. And her entire body is covered in, you can see very, very thin, intricate. Yeah, it's completely covered in crabs. Completely covered in all of these kind of ritualistic scars. And she says, if you want the information, there's a price.
I am familiar with paying heavy prices. What is yours?
And she spreads her legs.
Doesn't sound like much of a... All right.
All right. Then I guess Fausto would try and find out some information and see where that goes.
Fausto,
Like parts fly out of the chimney.
have you ever seen Conan the Barbarian?
I don't think I really watched the movies much. No, I've read the books.
Lambra, what happened whenever Conan came across the woman that wanted to warm himself by her fire? Early on, right after he escaped from the dogs, and he was covered in the. You don't remember?
I don't remember. No,
Oh,
I'm trying to
sad.
think,
All right,
but I
that's
don't
fine.
remember.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right, so
Probably for
Cord.
the best. It's probably for the best.
Yeah, it is. Cord. Outside. Give me an observation check, my friend. Difficulty 2.
All right. Oof, difficulty 2. All right.
So
Alright.
what do you want to do with that momentum?
What do I want to do with that momentum? What are the things you can like get more info, right?
Yes.
I want to observe real good.
You want to observe real good? Okay, so what you observe is
Looking
somebody's
in the window,
hand in
actually.
your pocket.
Bruh, they about to have a bad day.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna. So like their hands in my pocket, right? They're like
Mhm.
expecting. They're going like 5-finger discount.
Oh
fishing,
yeah,
right?
big time.
So like, what I am going to do is like, I am going to like. I'm gonna like turn as if though like I'm gonna turn away from them.
Mm-hmm.
And then like slowly, so like to give them a nice window to reach in, and then I'm going to in one fluid motion whip out my fucking sword and just like bring it right to their back and be behind them.
And so the person that you're doing this to looks like probably if we had a clone of Antony that was younger, right? It would be like that young, and he's like his hands like this.
Yeah, I'm
And he's just like,
Poor choice, boy.
I'm sorry.
all right. I mean, he's a kid. He just looks like poor like pirate town orphan who was like
Yep.
picking pockets.
Yep.
I'm gonna scuff him a little and say, practice. And I like kick him on the road. Or no, wait. Before I do, I'm gonna say, hey boy, before you go,
Yeah.
I love my sword at him, and I'll be like, tell me everything you know about where the adults go to learn things. People who are paid for information.
That's hard, mister. They're all over the place, and half of them don't have very good information.
And the other half. Can't think of a name.
It depends on what you want info about. If it's shipping lanes, he gives you a name. If it's the Brotherhood, and then he gives you another name, which I don't have handy. I'll
Yeah,
figure something out.
and I would say,
And is there anyone for the vagaries from the stories? Antiques? Strange things?
And he points at that woman's house. The witch.
Ah, yes. Very good. Of course. All right, boy. Get on.
All right, so this is gonna get weird, Fausto. All right, so we have to act out. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Roll the
I
thrust.
this is roll stamina. So let's think of how I can put this without making it really fucking weird. Are you gonna go full bore here? You going raw dog? You gonna go the beast of two backs?
Yeah, I think so. Fausto's not, celibate or anything.
Will you go to the fulfillment? Will you reach the marker? Will you make
I don't know.
will
You
you
told me, do I roll for that?
will you fail the stamina save? Will you what's your pullout game like? So while you're engaging in your activity, the woman is
Jumping jack?
doing jumping jacks. Yes, she is. She's telling you things, right? And she's speaking in a very strange language. She's speaking in Pict, and she tells you, she's like, the woman you seek. Without you, you haven't said shit to her. You haven't said shit. It'll fade to black. I want to see his cock. Good lord. You
And hers.
and hers, because she has two. They're all both tentacles though. She speaks to you in Pict, and she is in through moaning gasps as she does so. She tells you the woman you seek, she has a powerful artifact. That artifact won't be removed through treachery. You must cut a deal with her in order for its master to change.
Okay. So I take that information. I think I wouldn't really ask much else in this situation. I would kind of be interested in finding out if she had any sort of patron or something like that. Like, half the time Fausto's eyes would be on like the sorceress artifacts in the room and stuff.
So you see gods of the wilderness, which completely is against everything here, right? Like everything should be sea-based, but these are. You ever seen The Ritual? If you haven't, I fucking hate you.
I've seen parts of it, never seen that one all the way through.
You need to watch it all the way through.
Willem Dafoe, right?
No,
I think.
No,
I'm
The
thinking
Ritual
of,
on Netflix.
Okay.
Watch it for Halloween. Very great movie. Very, very well done. There's a Norse god that effigy that they worship that basically has no hands and it has no head and it has horns where the head would be. That's basically what you kind of see. So basically, think of that thing on your head.
Jabal Sag.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Right now she's worshiping
wilds.
Right now she's worshiping Jirbal Sack though. All right, so once she has completed your thing, she stands up, wraps herself in a fur, and she tells you to get out.
Damn. There was no cuddle. No cuddle in this puddle.
Hit it and quit it.
Do I restore any vigor from that?
Actually, you spent all of your vigor. Yes, you do regain. You regain all of your vigor. You actually feel incredibly refreshed, beyond belief, especially for being out at sea so long. But I do need you to make me one observation check before you leave at a difficulty of 3.
Okay.
Does he notice her cupping?
You gonna walk out there with
Nope, you are too high on the post-coitus happiness to notice what happens as you begin to leave.
Great.
He stole your essence.
So let's go back to the other crew. So, are you guys gonna go? We got about 10 minutes left, and I gotta quit out at 6 today. Like, do you guys want to get to meet Portia right now? Find out what the price is going to be, meet back up, spread the information.
I mean, yeah, we're taking this guy to the Porsche pretty quickly as we can. I mean, he's already kind of a dead weight a bit to be dragging around everywhere.
This is
I'll
true.
be
I'd
finding
like
a
to-
random oil lamp and dumping it on Anthony, his chest.
You have barrels of oil. Why do you need random?
What's
I'd
that?
like to take Portia out. Oh.
Like out for a date or take her out physically? Like
No,
dead?
take her out, like for a date.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you do look like
The whole
Anthony,
Fausto
right? Like, I mean,
ritual has
it's
got him hot.
it's like you are Anthony but bigger, in more ways than
Mhm.
one.
It's
Ooh.
true.
Oh, right.
It's
Dude,
true.
fucking, we can't have Pat in the chat anymore, dude. This is what happens.
Now we can really have the 2-for-1 special.
That's right.
Oh, shit.
Stepbrother, what are you doing?
Yes.
So let's let us talk about the Pleasant Rose. The Pleasant Rose is not pleasant. It is a hive of scum and villainy, the likes of which are not seen in many places. It is the worst of the worst hang out here, and every single person in this place has a red sash around their waist. And it is like any Western movie, any movie where somebody opened from Conan Romance Simulator. Fausto, I assume you and Cord beat back up with these yahoos, yeah?
Yeah, we can be back up with the group, sure.
And with Fausto, because I want to push things along so we can at least get close to a good stopping point. Fausto, would you pass on your information to them? And I'm not trying to lead. I don't like doing that. I'm not railroading. I just want to get to a good stopping point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that was my plan.
Okay, so you were told, Lambro, Caitlin, Cord, Aaron, that you can't take that necklace through trickery. So,
Said who?
huh?
Said who? Who told you we can't?
Yeah, Fausto, who told you that?
Fausto's new lady of the port.
I never reveal my sources.
He's very
You look
discreet.
quite invigorated. There's a bit of sweat upon your brow. It's not that hot out. We're at the sea. There's a breeze.
Did
And
you
there's
come?
a certain. There's a.
No, but I was breathing hard.
I was just gonna say. There's a certain dank upon you.
You look like you lost a little weight too. You lost
He's
your
a man
sea
who knows
weight.
how to retrieve information.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Pat, look what you do to my people.
There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone likes a little bit of extra.
That sounded like a week's worth of extra.
Different kind of semen, if you know what I mean.
It was only like 2 minutes though, so it's okay. So, so yeah, the minute you walk in, it goes silent, and there are a lot of ugly looks towards you.
Any cute ones?
One way in the back. You can see a red-haired maiden, clad in leather, tighter than tight, with just proportions that would completely blow a man's mind, and yet still graceful as graceful can be. The epitome of warrior and sexuality bound up into one role. It's like Caitlyn as an NPC, or it's actually like Milady Saito as an NPC. It's Pat as an NPC, right? So it's you know who it's like? It's like oh, what was her name? The one that you killed, Cord. Oh, wow, I just lost her
Freya!
name. There you go, Freya,
Yeah.
but nice. Like Freya, but attractive, right? Like Freya
Hit my mouth.
with a yes.
Out of bloodlust, moderately attractive.
And she has her booted feet kicked up on a table, and she's just gently taking care of her nails with a dagger, with a massive mug of beer in front of her, and there's several crew members surrounding her. And she is watching all of this happen as you guys walk in.
Do we know if this bar isn't just Red Hand only or Red Brotherhood only?
Oh, it is Red Brotherhood beyond Red Brotherhood. The rose
I
part
mean,
of
like,
this.
You can only be Red Brotherhood to come in here.
Oh, well, I mean, it's a colors bar, right?
Well, we ain't got them red colors.
Red sashes going on here.
So, does it look like anybody that might be walking up to greet us or?
Nope, everyone
Anything
is
like
just
that.
looking at you like, what in the actual fuck are you doing here right now?
We come bearing a gift. It is a little bit broken, but we left it playfully intact.
So this big,
Body.
big, 6.5 foot tall, like just muscle, right? Dark skinned, just completely shaven head, just raw meat, walks up, thunders up to you and says, "You give gift."
Certainly, I gesticulate to the dude who's all fucked up.
Grabs by the neck, and he looks at Caitlin and he says, "What is gift?"
This man was taxing people in your name. In fact, he gathered quite a lot from what I've seen, but we weren't able to get it out of him where he was hiding it. But
So-
we figure that you, and she bows like slightly as if to give that honor a bit. And say, we figure you would want to know as well as you would be the one to get the information the best.
So, he kind of like looks at the guy and he literally picks him up by his neck, right? And he kind of shakes him a little bit, and the guy clenches his jaw, which is, kicked. And he looks back towards Captain Portia, and she nods, and he just goes, right? And drops him on the ground. And he kind of goes, he makes a gesture for you guys to head back towards Captain Portia, who takes her feet off the table. And she watches you all approach.
As we're approaching, I'd kind of pull up next to Aaron and be like, time to put out the vibe. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Should I unbutton my shirt?
Take it off. Yes. I kind of assist him as we move up. And I assume
get a little flirty,
little
a little more
Anthony
open.
is behind us as well, right? And
Oh, Anthony already ripped his shirt open and is like,
Oh,
I already
God.
kind of put him in front of us as well. Like, I want that to be
Subtle.
the first thing that she sees.
Make it
as we
more
approach.
subtle.
this is
You look like a
subtle.
whore.
This
No,
This-
you look like a fucking whore.
this
Put
is
it back
subtle.
on.
Ooh, a nip out, yes.
You can learn a thing or two about me.
God.
This is subtle.
There's nothing wrong
Is-
with showing off the goods ahead of time. Everyone likes a little bit of honesty.
So Portia
Is there
sees
anyone
you.
in the room that gives any indication of having sorceress talents? Like, does she have a ship sorcerer, I guess, or something like that?
Give a sorcery check, difficulty 3.
Okay.
So yeah, this is one of the weird things. So Fausto, this is a really, really good question, because sitting off to the side and way back he's in the shadows, right? Is a prune of a man. He's bald of pate. He looks like he's probably from one of the Eastern Isle or Eastern countries. He's probably all of Gannis's height. He's sitting there in the dark, and the reason why you notice him is because he is staring at you hard. You, in particular.
Okay. From the east, does he look like he's a Setite?
Not a Setite. That
Okay.
it's further east than that. The Kittian.
Okay.
Kaishan?
Like
Kittian.
marshlands or something over there?
No, it's the Conan version of Asia, basically Southeastern Asia. It's Kittian,
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Kitan, whatever. But yeah, he looks like Mako. If that
Okay.
makes any sense. He's kind of got this kind of look. And so, Portia kind of snaps her fingers. She stabs her dagger into the table, and just looking at the dagger itself, you should be able to tell how rich this woman is. There's a ruby the size of somebody's eye just in the pommel of this thing, clasped in a claw, and the entire handle is made out of silver, and the blade just gleams. And she just kind of sits back, and she snaps her fingers, and most of her crew kind of move aside for all of you to sit down at. Are you sitting down?
Oh yeah. I'm sitting pretty close to her if I can.
Oh, the minute that you try to sit anywhere besides next to her, she snaps her fingers and points next to her.
Oh shit! All right, I'm gonna scuttle on over.
Getting an appetizer on the menu already now.
And Anthony goes running up, pushes by you, and sits in that chair. Like this.
Holy shit!
Wait, what was the gesture Caitlin did earlier? There we go.
Yeah, you got that.
Ooh, blue steel. Like it.
And then it does like a small gesture, like as if to be like rub a little bit, like a little bit. There you go. As if you're trying to there. There you go.
Lick it.
I'm not getting us banned.
Like you're a tiger looking at its prey, but you're actually a small cub, and she is merely the huntress who's about ready to fucking slaughter your world.
There it is.
All right.
Jesus.
All right.
Aaron, so your seat just got taken. What are you doing?
Yeah, whatever. Pop a squat.
It's the next one over?
Uh huh.
Okay. So,
I lean over to Lambro and been like, damn, if Aaron would have actually gotten that seat, I would have asked Tony to ask to sit in her lap. That would have been a good thing. But
Perhaps
damn
you-
his eagerness.
Perhaps you kick him and
Actually,
make that motion.
so this woman is very keen of ear, and she says, And she says, you, and she points at Aaron, and she says, that's a good idea. Come sit.
Oh fuck!
You're welcome,
About to get
Aaron.
some rough seas.
You're welcome, Aaron.
Go on then, boy.
All right. Well, I pop a squat.
You heard the captain.
Do you sit like really like?
Really straight and awkward.
Yeah.
Like really just rigid.
I'm sitting on Santa's lap when I'm 12.
Yeah, exactly.
Mom said I have to take this picture with my little brother, so I'm sitting like this. All right. So now that things have gotten like I'm actually turning red in the face now. It's about that time. So Aaron, you just sat on this woman's lap. Aside from, the blood rushing away from your brain, what's going through your mind right now?
I'm hoping I don't end up dead. I feel like we're conning this a little bit, and I feel like I put myself in a very vulnerable position. So I'm worried for my life. As much as it's
confident young man.
sexy, just scared shitless.
Fausto, what's
Scared
going through
horny.
your mind right now? You're scare-roused?
I'm scare-roused.
I heard Fausto.
You did. Fausto, what's going through your mind right now?
So Fausto, it has a lot going through his mind because he's seeing the sorcerer over in the corner, wondering, about him, but also how we're going to establish this relationship and how we're going to go about getting this amulet, which I'm assuming she's probably wearing around her neck right now.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah. So his soul is on the line, so he's got to do whatever it takes, basically. And if it comes down to it, and all else fails, he's got to find a way to take it on his own, basically. So
Oh, he gonna get in there too?
hopefully,
Not his type,
crew
not her
and
type.
his captains support
You got
him.
enough around you in there, buddy?
Lambro? What's going through Lambro's mind?
Just a caution, really, at this point. Clearly, one wrong sneeze or move here, and they'll all be strung up outside as an example. We have some decent information to go on now based off Fausto's activities and the glistening bodies of our boy men from the ship. And he hopes that at least opens up a good dialogue to see what we might do to take such an ambulant. But again, it's all caution, and he's more worried about the state of his crew at this point than anything. So he's taking it slow.
Kelmick, before I ask you what's going through your mind, I would like to note that you see ships coming in and out of the port while all this is happening, but one catches your eye. It is your former ship.
Oh.
So what's going through Kelmick's mind right now?
Well, I mean, he first of all, he's very happy that he found the shinies from the tax collector for his ship. Secondly, he's now very anxious to see where the rest of his crewmates are at and to tell them what he's seen.
Mitra's gilded codpiece. Right? That was the original ship. That's what you're
Yeah.
seeing out there.
Did he return the name to it?
Oh, you don't know yet. Or if it's alone. Anything else in Kelmick's mind?
No, just eager anxiety, I suppose.
And Cord, if you could tell us what's going through Cord's mind, and then tell us what you got going on Diesel Shot this week.
Yeah, so Cord's thinking, wow, I didn't know he had it in him. Well, it's out of him now. And as he sits down at the table, he thinks, so here we are in the lion's den, and we won't be able to trick her out of it. Time to see what she wants, and how much it's going to cost us to give it to her. And as I reflect on that, Leland says, hello. On Wednesday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern, our sponsored show from Fools and Entertainment is a Worlds Without Number game. Come out for the exciting conclusion of a 3-parter and then another. It's an anthology series where our adventurers go to a alien biome that they choose to heal or destroy, and they all have weird marked powers that sort of go wrong the more stress they get. And Saturday, Pat is making an appearance, of course, on Lady Saito's channel, which I'm sure she's going to talk about. And Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays, 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern, I'm Dev streaming. Come out, you can see cool things like I made some tile art yesterday, make dungeons, work on Change Stars. So that's the whole skinny. Come by Diesel Shot right now, mostly for seeing me do stuff.
We always like to see you do stuff, Cord.
Of course.
And last but certainly not least is Milady Saito playing Caitlin. If you could tell us what's going through Caitlin's mind right now, and then tell us what you got all this insanity on your channel right now.
Yes. Hello, my name is Milady Saito, and what's going through Caitlin's mind right now is, I really hope no one in this bar remembers me, and I don't think I am remembering their faces. I'm pretty sure I didn't run into her last time I came here. I'm pretty sure I would remember that face. But, I mean, you know, things happen. She's like keeping an eye out around her. She knows that she makes enemies.
You definitely should be keeping an eye out.
she knows she makes enemies, and she knows, but she also makes friends, you know.
This is true.
But on the channel of my channel, Milady Saito, we're gonna be doing a Halloween spooktacular stream. It is gonna be a long stream. You're definitely gonna check it out. We got it all figured out. There's gonna be drawings. I'm gonna be co-hosted with Spider Queen Long. I can't even speak right now. From Diesel Shot, like Lee had said, and she's gonna be drawing while we do creepy pastas. We're also gonna play a game called Pick Your Killer, which is kind of like the romance game of 3 contestants, and 1 contestant comes on and gets asked 6 questions, and depending on what questions, they get to choose who their killer they're going to be taking home for the night is. It's going to be quite a lot of fun. We're also going to be showing how to make drinks and sending you home with special drink pitcher, like little cards so you can make your own drink. I have made a drink called the Dragon's Treat, and it is quite a treat indeed. We're also going to show you how to make a Halloween snacks, and if that didn't bring you in enough, there's a craft contest with a $50 Visa gift card. You can do whatever you want to if you win. There's also a costume contest that if you win, we're going to take your picture and make it into art that you can do whatever you want with. It's going to be an extremely fun night, and I think I got everything. Crafts, funny creepypastas, funny romance.
Curse of Strahd? Isn't there a Curse of Strahd happening?
Yes. Curse Strahd on Fridays. So there's Curse Strahd on Fridays, Azure Kingdom on Thursdays, Once Upon a Leap on Wednesdays, and we are sometime going to do something else, probably around, we're maybe doing the 4 Omens instead of the Sandos of Time this Saturday to kind of play into that, or we might be doing it Halloween. So whatever the case is, there's a lot of shit going down, but definitely the Halloween is big thing. Definitely come check us out on the 30th. It starts at 7 p.m. Central Time, and we're going to be going until either I drink myself stupid or we get through all the stuff. So Come on out, please.
so come on out, please. Yes, please come on out. As
I worked
always,
so hard on it. I worked so hard.
as always, we're very happy to have Lee and from Diesel Shot and Milady Saito on our channel. You guys always bring a lot to the game, so we're happy to have you in. For us over at Tabletop Anthologies, Curse of Strahd, Aaron? Friday? Yes? No? Maybe so?
Curse of Strahd, Friday, 6:30 p.m. Tune in. Sure hope so.
And then on Saturday, nothing for Call of Cthulhu, right, Fausto? Because you got Halloween party to go to, yes?
Yep.
Okay.
Halloween party to host.
Okay, but on Sunday, a little earlier than expected, like normal, we're going to finish up our Judge Dredd in the Worlds of 2000 AD, where Judge Null squares off against a Yatja, or for those not in the know, a creature from the movie Predator. So either his head's going to end up in the trophy wall, or Judge Null will emerge victorious, so we shall see. I think, Lambro, we have one more thing to do before we go on our raid, my friend.
Well, my narrator for this evening is going to be Aaron. Aaron, at this point, and you're sitting next to a fine fire-haired lady.
No, not next. On top of.
Mm-hmm.
What?
On top of.
You are playing High Seas Adventures. What is best in life?
Best in life is to feel the leather on your bum, to taste the spit in your mouth, and to hear the commands of your dominatrix. Let's go!
I don't really think anybody can argue with that one, so...
I was laminations of your women goes with that too, I guess.
It does, actually.
Perfect.
I was going to say the exaltations of
Oh, that's
your
also
women,
good too.
so,
That's
but
also good.
that was amazing. So, we're going to do a raid. Until next time, my friends, may Crom watch after you. And if he doesn't, to hell with him.
And hell with him.
Hell with him.